Hello and welcome. All right, today we are tackling what feels like a major boss level when you're learning German, the case system. I know, it sounds a little scary, but trust me, by the end of this, we're going to crack this code together.
So let's just dive right in, shall we? Take a look at this sentence. Who's doing the loving here, and who's being loved? Now, if this were English, the word order would tell you everything you need to know. But with German, well, there's another layer to this puzzle.
And that, right there, is the big secret. In German, it's not just about where a word is in a sentence. The language uses these special little endings on words to signal what their job is. It's actually pretty cool because it gives speakers a ton of flexibility, and we are about to learn how to read those powerful little clues.
Okay, so first things first. Let's meet the two main players in pretty much any sentence you'll ever come across, the one doing the action and the one on the receiving end of it.
Here they are. On one side, you have the subject. That's your doer. Just ask who or what is doing the action. And on the other side, you have the direct object, the receiver. Ask who or what is getting the action. Now, in German, these roles get some fancy grammatical names. Nominative for the subject and accusative for the direct object.
So first up is the nominative case. Don't let the name scare you. It's just the official term for the subject. In this example, ein Keller ist praktisch. The cellar is our subject. It's not really doing anything to anyone. It's just being practical. Simple enough, right? And now let's meet the accusative case. This is your direct object, the thing that's being directly acted upon. So in this sentence, das Haus hat einen Keller, the house is the subject, the house is the doer. What is it doing? It has something. And what does it have? A cellar. The cellar is the receiver, the direct object, so it's in the accusative case. And hey, did you notice the word for a just changed? Hold that thought.
So how on earth do you spot these cases out in the wild? Well, luckily, there's one giant, flashing neon sign to look for. And the craziest part? It only happens to nouns of one particular gender.
Okay, have a look at this table. Just let your eyes scan across the rows for feminine, neuter, and plural. You see that? The articles are exactly the same in both cases. Nothing changes. But now, look at that masculine column. Bam! That's where all the action is.
So, this is it. This is the big takeaway. For right now, the only change you need to burn into your memory is this. For masculine nouns that are direct objects, der becomes den, and ein becomes einen. Seriously, this one single rule is the key that unlocks a huge chunk of German grammar.
Let's get back to our furry friends. In this sentence, we see der Dackel. That der is the nominative article. It's a dead giveaway that the dachshund is our subject. He's the one doing the loving. The cat, die Katze, is the object.
And here is where the true power of cases just becomes crystal clear. We're not going to move a single word, we're just going to tweak that very first article. Watch this.
See that? By changing da to den, we have completely flipped the meaning of the entire sentence. Now the dachshund is the one being loved. Den Dackel is our accusative object. The sentence now means the cat loves the dachshund, even though the words are in the exact same order. Isn't that wild?
Okay, that's pretty powerful stuff. So let's see how this system applies to more than just the articles for the and a. Next up, we're going to look at pronouns and a super useful phrase you'll use constantly.
So, of course, pronouns get in on the action too. I mean, you wouldn't say, me loves she in English, right? You say, I love her. It's the same idea in German. For now, let's just focus on the key changes here. Ich becomes mich, which is like I to me. Du becomes dich, and er becomes ihn.
All right, time for a quick little test. Herr Gruber says, Ich liebe dich, I love you. How does Frau Gruber ask him if he loves her back? Should she use ich or mich?
She would, of course, say mich, because in her question, me is the object of the loving. Du, you, is the subject doing the loving, and mich, me, is the object receiving that love. Liebst du mich auch?
Now for a phrase that is a total game changer. Es gibt. It means there is or there are, and it comes with one beautiful, simple rule. Whatever noun comes after es gibt is automatically the direct object, so it is always in the accusative case. No exceptions. It's a fantastic shortcut.
Let's use it to describe a living room. Notice the articles here. For the neuter window, it's ein. For the feminine lamp, eine. But when we get to the masculine television and coffee table, what do we see? Yep, there it is,
einen. That's our accusative rule in action, right on schedule.
Okay, we've gotten pretty good at saying what is there. So for our final tool in this little explainer, let's learn the right way to say what isn't there.
Now, this can be a little confusing at first, but the rule is actually pretty simple. You use nicht to negate actions and descriptions, like saying a poster is not new. But you use kein to negate the noun itself, like saying something is no CD or not a CD.
And here is the best part. If you just learned the endings for the article ein, guess what? You already know the endings for kein. They are exactly the same. Which means, once again, the only change you have to focus on is for masculine nouns in the accusative case, keinen.
All right, one last pop quiz. Take a look at this sentence. Das Badezimmer hat einen Ofen. The bathroom has an oven. True or false?
Yeah, that's definitely false. And how do we say that correctly? The noun Ofen is masculine, and it's the direct object of what the bathroom has. So to negate it, we use that masculine accusative form we just learned. Das Badezimmer hat keinen Ofen. See how all the pieces click together?
And there you have it. Just by learning to spot a few key word endings, you now hold the keys to understanding the core structure of German sentences. You've cracked the code of who does what to whom. But now that you know all that, aren't you just a little bit curious to find out when? We'll see you next time.